In a world overflowing with noise, competition, and endless scrolling, standing out isn't just about being louder, it's about being clearer. Most people can easily describe what they do. I'm a designer. I run a startup. I sell handmade candles. A few can explain how they do it. With attention to detail, innovative tools, and a loyal team. But when you ask them why they get up in the morning, why this path matters to them, many fall silent. Or worse, they offer generic answers. To make money. To be successful. To get noticed. But real leaders, the ones who spark revolutions, shift paradigms, and inspire loyalty, they all start with one word: why. In his groundbreaking book Start With Why, author and leadership expert Simon Sinek uncovers a timeless truth. People don't follow you because of what you do. They follow you because of why you do it. And the most influential individuals and organizations? They put that why front and center, not just in speeches, but in everything they build. Whether you're a content creator, an entrepreneur, a teacher, or just someone trying to live a more intentional life, this principle is universal. Purpose precedes performance. And clarity of why is the first step toward building trust, meaning, and long-term impact. Let's break down the ideas that made Start With Why a global phenomenon, and why starting with why might be the most powerful thing you can do. At the heart of Sinek's philosophy is a deceptively simple concept: the golden circle. Imagine 3 concentric circles, like a target. The outermost ring is WHAT, what you do, your product, your service, your role. The middle ring is your process, your values, your differentiators. And the center is WHY, your cause, your belief, your purpose. Most people and businesses operate from the outside in. They begin with what they offer. We make phones. Then they explain how they do it, with sleek design and innovative tech. But they rarely reach the core, why they do it in the first place. And without that deeper meaning, everything feels transactional. Now consider how visionaries like Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King Jr., or Elon Musk communicate. They start from the inside out. They lead with a conviction, a mission, a future that doesn't exist yet, but could. Jobs never sold computers. He sold a belief in challenging the status quo and empowering the individual through creativity. Melk didn't say, "I have a 10-point policy plan." He said, "I have a dream." Musk doesn't sell EVs. He sells the idea of a sustainable, multi-planetary future. The what and how come later. Because when people believe in your why, they'll follow you anywhere. Here's the core thesis that changed everything for millions of readers. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Let that sink in. When a customer buys from Apple, it's not just about the spec, it's about identity. They're buying into a philosophy: innovation, simplicity, elegance. The product is a physical expression of a belief. That's why Apple has one of the most loyal followings in business history. They don't just have customers, they have believers. It's the same reason people camp outside Tesla showrooms or stand in line to support a local brand that shares their values. We're emotional creatures. We align with stories, values, and worldviews. If all you offer is a product, you'll always compete on price or features. But if you offer a belief, you create connection. Think about your own life. Who do you admire most? It's probably not just because of what they've achieved, but because of why they do what they do, their courage, their clarity, their commitment. And here's the truth most marketers miss. Manipulation works, but only in the short term. You can lure people in with discounts, tricks, urgency, but inspiration? That builds loyalty, longevity, legacy. It's tempting to think of Start With Why as a business strategy, a branding tool. But its most powerful application might actually be personal. Simon Sinek argues that everyone has a personal why, a driving belief or cause that fuels them. And discovering it isn't just about achieving success. It's about finding alignment, clarity, direction. Your why isn't a job title or a milestone. It's a belief about the kind of world you want to help create. It often comes from your life story, your pain, your joy, your defining moments. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What injustice bothers me more than others? What patterns keep showing up in the work I love? Sinek suggests flipping the question from what should I do with my life to what belief do I want to express through my life? When you start from why, decisions become clearer. You know what to say yes to, and more importantly, what to walk away from. Your values, your voice starts to take shape. And your what Your career, your projects, your path becomes a natural outgrowth of that deeper intention. Purpose isn't some vague idea. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when everything around you is changing. One of the biggest myths about leadership is that it requires charisma. But Sinek dismantles that idea completely. Great leaders aren't always the loudest in the room. They're the ones with the clearest why. The ones whose actions align with their beliefs. Consistently, even when no one's watching. When you lead with why, you attract people who believe what you believe. You build cultures where purpose comes before politics. You inspire action, not compliance. Take Southwest Airlines. Their why was to democratize air travel, to make it accessible and fun. That belief shaped everything, from how they trained employees to the tone of their announcements. And for decades, it built fierce customer loyalty, not just through low prices, but through shared values. Or look at Patagonia. Their mission? We're in business to save our home planet. That's not marketing fluff. It's a belief that drives every decision, from supply chains to activism. Without a clear why, organizations drift. Employees become disengaged. Customers lose interest. But when belief is at the center, it becomes a magnetic force, drawing in those who share the same vision. One of the most practical takeaways from Start With Why is deceptively simple. Always begin with purpose. Before you start that project, ask, why am I doing this? Before you accept that job offer, ask, does this align with my values? Before you post, pitch, or plan, pause, and check in with your deeper reason. This isn't about overthinking, it's about aligning. Because when purpose leads, results follow. Organizations with a clear why retain talent longer, innovate more freely, build trust that competitors can't copy. And people who live with a clear why bounce back from setbacks faster, make decisions with more confidence, inspire those around them without trying. Clarity of purpose isn't a luxury, it's a foundation. And in a noisy, distracted world, it might just be your greatest asset. Here's the truth. Start With Why isn't just a book. It's a mindset shift. It invites you to stop chasing applause and start pursuing alignment, to stop reacting and start reflecting, to move from manipulation to inspiration. Because people won't remember the features of your product. They won't quote your resume, but they will remember how you made them feel, what you stood for, why it mattered. So if you're feeling stuck, scattered, or uncertain, come back to your why. Let it speak louder than fear. Let it lead you forward. If this episode helped you reconnect with what matters, consider subscribing and share it with someone searching for clarity. Because people won't remember the features of your product. They won't quote your resume, but they will remember how you made them feel, what you stood for, why it mattered. In our next episode, we'll dive into Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman and explore how your brain makes decisions, often without you even realizing it. Until then, stay curious, stay courageous, and above all, start with why.